Welcome to the Empowered Women Show, inspiring women with small voices but big dreams to step up and fulfill their extraordinary potential. And now your host, Casey Lightbody.
Welcome to another episode of the Empowered Women Show. I'm your host, Casey Lightbody, and I'm really excited to introduce you to AIME HUTTON today. Hailing from Alberta, Canada, AIME HUTTON is a true survivor. Being born 3 months early in 1976, her birth weight was just 1 pound 12 ounces, and she was given just 24 hours to live. It's unbelievable, and this was just the start of the struggles of her life that she's had to overcome. I can't wait to dive in and share her story with you. Welcome to the show, AIME.
Hi, thank you. It's great to be here, and it's awesome that technology is the way it is so we can do this.
Fantastic, AIME. So I've shared a little bit about your journey, but I'd love to be able to share with your audience a few more details about your story. So can you dive in and share with us kind of your journey so far now?
Sure. So thank you for the lovely introduction and the bio of me. Yes, what you read was true. When I was born in 1976, I was 1 pound 12 ounces, which I think equates for your listeners in Aussie land and around, it's about 530, 560 grams. Really tiny, just think of it that way. And I was given 24 hours to live. My mom and dad were even asked, do you have a name picked out? Because we have to baptize her. She's going to die. So that was my entrance into life. Here I am. And moving forward, yes, I had challenges, as many premature babies do. And then going to school, I had struggles in school. I was severely teased and bullied. I had borderline learning disabilities, told I would never write well. I would always be that C student, never the A student. Mm-hmm. And so I got through high school, got through elementary school somehow. And then moving into university, I was in an abusive relationship. My boyfriend at the time, he stalked me, and he was emotionally and verbally abusive towards me. So that's kind of my story in a nutshell of where I was. And now working with girls to help them believe in themselves when they think no one does, with inch-by-inch empowerment.
That's fantastic. So I'd love to dive in a little bit more. So given your experience, your life experiences and the challenges that you've overcome, AIME, you've decided to set up this business, which is Inch by Inch Empowerment. Can you share with us a little bit more about that business and specifically who it serves and why, it's kind of evident given your life story of why the challenges that you've overcome and how you can actually help girls. But what made you realize that that was your calling and something that you really needed to do to be able to help other women?
That's a really cool question. So I was at a business women's retreat weekend and sitting around the table and started talking about what we each of us do and ideas of another idea we'd want to add to it or whatever with our business. Yeah. And I mentioned the fact of working with young girls, and everyone around the table kind of said, AIME, you just lit up. You just started to glow and talk. When you talk about empowering young girls, that's where your passion really lies, and that's what you need to do. So that's how Inch by Inch Empowerment, working with teen and tween girls specifically. So that's our young girls, 10, 11 at most, up to 17 years old. And that's a wide age and wide gamut of stuff that these young girls and teenagers go through. So I've actually designed 2 programs, one for the teens, so that's 11 to 13-ish, and then our teenagers, 14 to 17. Okay. So that's why I started it, and just passionate to helping those girls because I know what they went through.
Yep. And obviously something that wasn't around for you at the time, or was it something that you looked for and couldn't find, and that's kind of why you kind of came to that conclusion as well?
A bit of both. I was involved in Girl Guides. Okay. So I was a Girl Guide and a Pathfinder, and I'm not sure the equivalent is in Australia, but in Canada it's Girl Guides and Pathfinders. Yeah. And that's that age category. So I looked forward to going to my meetings. I looked forward to going to summer camp because I could be myself when I was there, and I wasn't put down, and I excelled in the camping and the hiking and that sort of a thing. So creating inch by inch empowerment for these teen and tweens. It's taking like everything that I've done and morphing it all together into one awesome package.
Fantastic. I love it. I love it. So I know we've had a little bit of a chat beforehand that you've still got a day job and you're running inch by inch at part-time at the moment. But really, what does it mean to you, Amy, to be an entrepreneur, and specifically kind of what your lifestyle looks like now that you are an entrepreneur, albeit part-time, working towards your calling and your life purpose?
Yeah, so working towards moving forward and inch by inch being able to transition from my day job that I do full time, which is awesome and I love it, and working my way down to flipping it almost. So doing my day job part time and doing my passion full time. Yeah. And just because I've had so many mums and other caring adults say to me, Amy, where were you when I was their age? So I know I'm on the right path, and one of the things I do is keep putting one foot in front of the other and just keep going forward inch by inch.
That's great. I love that advice. That's awesome. So I know, we all as entrepreneurs, and especially women entrepreneurs, have our own, it's a journey, it's ups and downs. We have our challenges and we have our successes. So for you, Amy, what has been the biggest challenge for you in the life of an entrepreneur so far in your journey? If you can name just one. I know it's really hard.
It's the balance. Totally, it's the balance, because I work in the daytime from 8 o'clock in the morning till 3:30 in the afternoon, and then I come home and it's okay. Do I really want to, send out 10 invitations to? What I'm also thinking I'm doing right now is raising money for my hospital that saved my life from my bio, and so I'm reaching out to organizations that maybe would be able to help me, and be having me come to speak to them and share my story. So, for example, I get home at 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the afternoon, and sometimes my day is so crazy that I'm like thinking, I really don't want to do this right now. I just want to have a night off and just watch a movie or whatever. Yet something then kind of taps me on the shoulder and says, wait a second, remember what you're doing this for, remember your passion, remember your why, and keep going. So yeah, it's the balance, the time balance, and sometimes it's like I really want to just have a lazy Sunday, and yet I choose not to because I have my passion to work towards.
I love that, and I think that's what's so important is that when you kind of really dive in and dig deep and figure out your why and really connect with that, it makes it so much easier to carry on, even in those times of challenge where you're experiencing difficulties, in terms of balance or not wanting to do it or feeling down or having, obstacles in your way. As long as you can kind of dig deep and connect with that why, it just makes the journey so much easier, I think. I think that's really great advice, Amy. So now I guess the next question that I've got is...
totally.
Sorry, we've got a bit of a delay here with Skype, but it should be okay. The next question that I wanted to ask you is kind of, with you having figured out exactly what you want to do and how you want to help these tweens and teens, particularly girls, overcome their challenges through their teenage years to become more empowered and to live the lives that they truly want to do. Have you had have you had a defining moment, like a light bulb moment, a specific moment in time that you were like, oh my goodness, I was born to do this. I'm doing exactly what I wanted to do.
There's been many. I am really connected to music and powerful lyrics in music. And in 2011, in January 2011, when I decided to try this entrepreneur thing out, I had a friend of mine throw me via YouTube a video of Katy Perry's Firework. And she said, Amy, you need to listen to this. So I listened to it and watched the video, and I actually like started crying. And it was, this is what I need to do. At that point, I was just, as I said, just working with women. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I need to help these women get in touch with their inner self and bring out that inner dancer, as I like to call her. Mm-hmm. And then moving forward, going into working with the young girls, as I said, when I was sitting around the table at a little weekend, business women's retreat weekend, mm-hmm. and the thought of helping those young girls that have been bullied, that are shy, that are, having whatever struggles is, it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to be different, and you should celebrate being different. Mm-hmm. So that was a light bulb moment. And then I had a third one. I like to do things in threes, and a third one for me was I decided to check out a networking group for women, and I went there, and I met this amazing lady who she called her my femtor, and she picked me up literally off of the ground when I was at a puddle at her feet in tears, and she goes, Amy, I believe in you. You can do this. And her name is Jo Dibley, or Joanne Vasing Dibley, as she might be known to other people. But Jo Dibley is amazing, and she's like, I'm gonna lift you up, let's go, I want to help you grow and glow. So she's an awesome lady.
That's amazing. It's so important to have champions like that in your life to egg you on. I love that. That's really awesome. So we touched a little bit, Amy, on inch by inch empowerment. So that's kind of where your business is now. So where is that going in the future? Where are you taking it? What kind of programs are you offering girls at the moment, and where are you going to take the business in the future?
For sure. So the business is global. It has the potential to be global because everything I offer is online. So it's online. As me as an empowerment leader, I've developed, as I said, the packages or modules for the teenagers plus the tweens, and the caring adults or the mom can sign on from wherever she is in Australia or England or Canada or wherever, and sign up for her daughter to be a part of this program. And it's a 9-module program, so it could take her 9 weeks, or it could take her 9 months. It's totally her flow, how she proceeds, and it's one-on-one feedback and activities that the girls do. And where I've taken it before in the past is, at one point I gifted the program to girls in Kenya, and the girls in Kenya just absolutely loved it. And I still get comments today from the contact adult who said to me, he said, Amy, you've saved and changed my girls' lives. They're walking across the street because they feel brave now. They're speaking their voice in I guess like a council, like a town council hall meeting, and they're speaking their voice because they feel brave enough, because I helped them break through that shell. That's the power of this program. And it can be online, or then there's different levels that you can sign up. The caring adults can sign up, and they can have like an interactive Skype call with me once a month, or even twice a month, depending what they want for their daughter.
That's amazing, Amy. I love that. That's really exciting, and I can't wait to see where that goes. That's fantastic. So I just want to dive in now into our lightning round. I've got a few questions that I'd like to ask you around that. And first of all, I wanted to shoot off with, what is your favorite business quote and why?
My favorite business quote. I have many quotes that I like in general, and I don't necessarily call them a business quote. Yeah. There's one that just kind of sticks to me, though, and it's by Dr. Seuss, and it was, why fit in when you were born to stand out?
Love it.
And that's what I do with the girls I work with. Like, I wear feathers in my hair. I wear color and empower and inspire everyone around me, really, to, it's okay to be different. It's okay to be bold. And stand out in the crowd, because as Dr. Seuss said, like, why fit in when you're born to stand out? So,
I'm really interested, and I know I said this was a lightning round, but I just want to dive in a little bit deeper with that, Amy, if that's okay, because that's really interesting. Sure. With girls specifically, and specifically quiet women who are the Empowered Women Revolutions community, is that I totally agree. Why fit in when you can stand out? But what are your recommendations, or what's your advice around women who really do feel shy, and what are the recommendations that you share with your girls about how they can actually stand out, but stand out in a gentle way rather than in a really bold way?
Yeah. So the girls can, it all starts with, like, girls or women, it starts with the self. So how do you see yourself? How do you love yourself? For the older girls or the women, is, can you put on a piece of music, lock yourself in your bedroom or the bathroom, and just have 3 minutes and dance, or just move your body to whatever music is on, and just give yourself, like, a hug or a gentle, like, almost like a self massage, like, just love yourself and be okay with that. And then just for the adult women that I've worked with, it's to feel that self-empowerment. I suggest to them to go to a lingerie store and buy a really cute pair of undergarments and wear it under your clothes, and you're the only one that knows you're wearing it, and it's just that self-love and self-acceptance of yourself, and just kind of watch what happens. And another quote that I grew up with, and more in university, that helped me was, if you see someone without a smile, give them one of yours. And just smile at people, make that contact with people in the grocery store, even when you're getting your groceries, and just reach out that tiny bit. And one of my teachers told me, he said, Amy, you don't have to do everything big. You can just do 2% more each day. And that's what inch by inch empowerment is also about. It's doing, like, bit by bit. It doesn't have to be like, I don't wear feathers in my hair that much during the day because it's just not suitable. And when I first started my business, I didn't wear feathers in my hair. It took that self-confidence, belief in myself that it's okay to be different.
Fantastic. Yeah, I love that. That's really awesome. So my next question is, which woman inspires you the most, and why?
I have many. I mentioned Jo Dibley already. My mom inspires me. And then I have so there's Jo Dibley, and then I have other 6 women in business who I call my angels in business. And they're all different modalities, different expertise that they do. Like, I have 2 ladies I call my writing queens, because they've been encouraging me to write and share my story in writing. I have a couple that are in the speaking realm. I have more that are just about my own, continuing with my own growth, my own empowerment, and living above the line, as one of them says. And so, yeah, they all are amazing. And then I have just champions, as that's the word you used also earlier, was I have speaker champions. I have business marketing champions who I've been learning from, and taking their advice and stuff. So it's awesome. And I don't know if I don't think you have it there yet in Australia. Something called eWomen Network is an amazing organization too. I encourage the ladies who, if they're in business, to check out, because you can be a member from anywhere in the world, not just North America. So sorry, tiny plug.
Awesome.
But they've been awesome to help me. So that's why I say that.
That's fantastic, Amy. So for our listeners of the Empowered Women Show, how did you go about, and I agree with you, I think it's so important to have, I don't believe it's possible in business to go it alone. I just really think that you need to have a team of people surrounding you. And I really think that's so important in business, is that if you can surround yourself with the right people, it's going to really boost your business and help you both from, on a personal point of view, but from a personal point of view, but also from a professional point of view. So can you share with us how you kind of connected with these women and formed this kind of team around you?
I'm big on relationships. So it's building relationships. And and being observant, watching what they do, and then approaching them and saying, hey, can we connect? Like actually how you and I connected on Facebook. I was like, I had someone else that I've connected with, did a radio or internet blog, Skype thing with you. And then I was like, oh, hey, what's this all about? And then we connected and building relationship and just kind of, yeah. That's
okay, fantastic.
Yes.
And did you do that? Did you do that online, Amy, predominantly, or did you go to networking events as well?
Yeah, both. I go to, as I said, eWomen Network. I go to them twice a month. We have 2 meetings here in Calgary, Alberta, twice a month, a lunch and a dinner event. And through that is where I met other women and other connections and other teachers, other business guides or coaches or whatever you want to call them. When I'm able, doing a course or 2 from them or reading one of their books or picking up stuff. And it's all about and one thing I do and that I also do with eWomen Network is how can I help you? It's not about, at the networking meetings, for example, it's not about how many business cards can I get? It's how can I help you? What do you need? How can I support you? What are you looking for in your business? What are you looking for in life? Like it goes both ways.
That's awesome. Again, fantastic advice. It's definitely what I preach is quality over quantity at networking events for sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome,
Sure.
Amy. Thank you so much. It's been so incredible speaking to you. I've loved hearing about your journey. Now, where can everybody find you online, Amy?
Please come play with me. Find my website at www.inchbyinchempowerment.com. And there you can see everything that I do. As I said, I work with women and teens and tweens. You can click on those links. You can also click on the speaking links that I do and also the books that I've either compiled or have been a part of. And then I'm all over Facebook. So if your listeners like Facebook, they can go to Inch by Inch Empowerment. It's a fan page and click like, and I post pictures and empowerment things and also things about other people, like example, my femtor, Jo Dibley, her page is called Frock Off. And I'll share her posts. Oh, yes, that's her book. That's her book called Frock Off, Living Undisguised. And it's just over there, just on my bookshelf. So it's, I share other people's things, and I'm all about sharing. And a lot of the time you won't see my own stuff. I'll share other people's things.
Fantastic. Amy, this has been incredible. Thank you so much for your time. It's been wonderful, and all the very, very best with Inch by Inch Empowerment. I think it's a wonderful initiative.
Thank you.